Okay, so we're gonna move on to the second half of this video. I wasn't even gonna get to it today, but I want to get this gear pulled off and dig into it. So what I'm gonna show you, what you want to do is, I got the unit up here in the vise. This whole gear has to come off in this bearing because the bearings down there is shot. So you're gonna need a puller to get this off, and you can go on Amazon. I think that's where I got this one, and get a puller like this. All right, you want one that's at least a 2-inch and 3-inch puller, and this one should be just enough for that. Hopefully it's not too short. All right, so we'll take the bigger one out of here. Just gonna take the bolts off of the one side so that we can slide that out like that. We're gonna take this side, slide it right under there like that, and then take this side, kind of like that. You want to slide that onto those bolts there. This is a pain with one hand. I've really got to buy a tripod or something. Let's get these bolts. There we go. Alright, so now you got that clamped on there. Put these bolts on here. And you want to leave them a little loose first, and I'll tell you why. Just leave them just like that. Alright, leave them loose. Now what you want to do, because this one looks like it's going to be a tight fit here, take the skinniest one of them all, of this, and screw it in there like that. Alright, go to your other side, grab the other skinny one. Now see, that's hitting the gear, it's on a little bit of an angle, so we want to, that's why we left those nuts loose, so we had a little bit of play in this. So move this around still. There we go. See, that's just touching the gear. This pulley system just made it. Almost had to buy a bigger one. Alright. Now you got them two in. Come over here. I'm gonna grab this piece. Slide it on one side, turn it, and this nut is too tight. Let's loosen that up. Alright, and then just slide it on. We gotta loosen this nut. Alright, and then just slide it onto that side like that. And you can tighten those down also. Okay, now it should look like that, and the center of your shaft you should be able to see right there, which is where this long piece is going to go. And see the point there? It's going to go right in the center of that shaft. So I'm going to screw this in the center. Make sure that that is center. There you go. Alright, now would be a good time to just snug these up. Notice I'm doing all these basically hand tight. Just snug them up. Alright. This ain't a bad little pulley system for, I think we paid like 60 bucks on Amazon. Alright. And you are going to need a vise or something to hold the base of your thing, because this is going to pull up. And if you don't have nothing holding this, this whole thing's just going to pull with it. So you need to secure the base somehow. Alright, because what you're going to do now is you can get a wrench or get a socket, put on there, and we're going to tighten it. And as we crank that, you guessed it, this is going to pull up on that, and it should pull this gear and this bearing off. Let's see. I can do this with one hand. I don't know how tight this is going to be here. camera down here as I'm turning. Oh, I feel it coming up. There it goes. That was actually really simple. One-handed, too. I'll be damned. Alright, I think we might have that off. But this thing is spinning on me now, so. Alright, so if you're having that problem with your spinning in your vise, I just took a vice grip, clamped it onto that bolt, so that this thing won't spin anymore. So the vice grip's going to jam up against the vise. I'm going to try to finish cranking this off of here, so pull. It's coming up. And you can see we are almost off of that shaft. And we are off. Voila. Alright. That is how you pull this gear off of this gear hub here on the TORO 4500D. Alright.